Alright, what is going on, guys? Today, I'm going to be doing another monthly pickups video. This one, trying out a little bit of a different camera angle for two main reasons. One, because I think it looks a little bit better. The way the light reflects off this table kind of looks awful. The other reason, because my camera is broken. So right now, I'm actually back to using the Pixel 9 that I was making my videos with before. Thankfully, I had the accidental coverage on my camera. So what happened was the shutter basically got stuck and it wouldn't work. Put my camera into limp mode almost, it felt like. Technically, I could have still used it for my videos, but I also wanted to use that thing for photos, and you really need that mechanical shutter for that. So I sent it out. Probably going to be until middle of next month until I have it back. So maybe my next video might also be with the phone camera. I'm not 100% sure. Hopefully I'll have it by then, though. But anyway, let's just get started with some of this. So, start off with Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble. I got Banana Mania when it came out, which I'm pretty sure was I think that one was like a remake of the first three or something like that. This one, from what I've heard, is a full original game, which is cool. I always love these like extra cardboard boxes with art books and stuff like that. So whenever I see a game like this, especially when it's only like $30 like this one is, I'm going to pick it up. I also got Assassin's Creed Shadows. Not sure what I'm going to play it, but I've seen some things about it. It looks really good. I've never played any of the Assassin's Creed games before, well, aside from like a couple minutes of Black Flag, I think, but this one I really want to jump into because it looks pretty good from what I've seen. Although there's always going to be people who hate on it. Some people love it, some people hate it. I'm just going to try it out for myself. Next up, this one I'm very surprised I didn't have already. Got Hollow Knight for the Switch. Just one of those ones where I've been wanting to play it for a while. I technically do have Game Pass where I could play this, but I'd rather have it on something like the Switch. This is like the perfect game for this console. $45 at GameStop, not too bad. I also picked up Monster Hunter Rise. I did get the new Monster Hunter last month. I played it a little bit. It's pretty fun. I haven't really put the time into it to get far, but if I end up playing through the whole thing and enjoying it, now I got Rise to play through. So this one was only $18. Can't really complain about that. This here is just kind of a random thing, but I picked up some aftermarket component cables for my Xbox. I used to have a set of these that I used forever. I don't know what happened to them. I looked everywhere, so paid like $5 and got another set. Just mainly because I've been streaming. I haven't done it in a couple days, but I was doing streams here on YouTube, and I was playing through Need for Speed Underground. But it looked like garbage because I only had composite cables, so now I have something to make it look a little bit nicer. Next up here, I got Ninja Gaiden for the OG Xbox. I started playing through that Ninja Gaiden remake that dropped on Game Pass a couple weeks ago, and it's been pretty good, so I wanted to go back and get some of the older games too. I believe this plays pretty similarly, and I've been having fun, so I think I'm going to enjoy this one too. And this one here, it's kind of beat up, which is a little unfortunate. It's not the worst ever. It's mainly just kind of like moisture, water damage. I think it's savable. That's Pikmin 2 for the GameCube. Wasn't too expensive. I got this from the pawn shop. Disc and everything was in good condition. It's just that outer cover that's not the greatest, but if I take some time, I could probably get it looking pretty good. This game, I saw at GameStop, and I didn't want to get their copy because it was kind of beat, but it looked so insane that I just needed to track down a copy. So the local pawn shop actually had it, and it was a little cheaper than GameStop. So that is Reign of Fire. The case itself is beat up. The actual art isn't bad. I just need to put it in one that doesn't have all of the stickers and everything on it. But I saw a dragon and like a modern military helicopter. And then I flipped to the back and I saw this, and I'm like, I need to have this game. It just looks so crazy. I don't know what kind of genre this is, what kind of game it is. The game's worth nothing. I think it has bad Metacritic reviews, so it probably sucks. This is the type of stuff like I see a game like this and I have to try it out. I can't pass up on it. I also got two pretty good collections for the PS3. So I got the God of War Saga and the Sly Cooper collection. I had the God of War 1 and 2 kind of re-releases on PS3, but this one, as far as I know, is a little bit more complete. Yeah, so it has God of War 1, 2, and 3, plus it has the PSP games on it. So this is kind of a full, complete set of all the games, at least before they did like the reboot and everything. And then this one's just got the 3 Sly Cooper games, which I haven't played through yet, but I've heard they are very good. I also got Castlevania Curse of Darkness. I don't really know much about this one. I don't know if this plays like the 2D games or like the N64 games. I don't really know, but it looks neat. So I will try it out. I'm always down to play some Castlevania, one of my favorite game franchises. I don't know if this one's good. I feel like I have not heard anything about it before, so it probably sucks, but I'm willing to give it a shot. I also got Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2. Never played Baldur's Gate, but I know the newest one is really good, and I have some friends that are really into it. I've been wanting to give that one a shot, but also, I mean, I assume these can't be that bad either. For $12, might as well. I also got Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 1, so both those were put together. I thought might as well grab both of them. That one's a platinum hits, but I honestly don't really care. If I find another copy, I'll switch it out. This game here I got because I saw the 2 developers on it, and it was published by Rockstar and developed by Bungie, and it's a PS2 game. So this is just a very interesting thing. So that is called Oni. Don't know anything about this game at all. I've heard from one of my friends that it's kind of cool. I don't know if it's good, but he said it was interesting. Kind of looks like a third person kind of Matrix style thing. I don't know, Rockstar and Bungie. I just thought that was interesting enough to pick it up over. And it was $15, like why not? I also love the holographic cover. I think that's really cool. I also got the Street Fighter Alpha Anthology here. Always a fan of some Street Fighter games. It also comes with Gem Fighter. These games are really fun. They're like these kind of goofy, cartoony Street Fighter games where you like pick up gems and then power up and do special moves. Cool kind of change of pace. But then also you got Street Fighter Alpha, Alpha 2, Alpha 3, all that. Alpha 2 Gold also. But yeah, always love me some Street Fighter games. I also got Dark Watch for the Xbox here. Again, one of those games that just looked cool. So I don't really know anything about it, but I think I have this one on PS2, I believe. But realistically, if I'm going to play it, it's going to be on Xbox. So that's going to increase my chances of playing it a lot. Next up here, I got WarioWare Smooth Moves. Just recently, I picked up Wario Land Shake It, which is the other kind of motion Wario game. I don't know if this is a good or a bad WarioWare. I have not played enough of the games to like know a whole lot about them. I obviously get the premise. I've played them before. I think they're fun. I've just never like really sat down and like played a lot of WarioWare. It's just one of those throw it on, play it for a couple minutes type things. But they're fun. Getting down to my last couple games. This one here, I got because A, it is a good game, and B, I think the thing that probably everyone knows about it is really funny, and that is Okami for the Wii. So if you guys don't know kind of what I'm talking about, for whatever reason, the official box art has an IGN logo right there, which was a misprint. I don't know if every copy of the game has it or if it's just some, but this copy had it, and I thought, hey, that's kind of funny, so I picked it up. $10. I think it's well worth it because this game is really good. I played the HD port a little bit, but probably play through it again on the Wii because why not? And also there's the new Okami coming out at some point. I can't remember exactly when they said, but probably not till next year. Next up here, I got Croc for the Sega Saturn. This game I've actually been wanting to get for a long time because this is, as far as I know, the best way to play this game. Although there might be like a PC port or something, but this version of the game actually supports the Saturn 3D pad. So you can play it in full 3D without tank controls. Controls actually pretty well, and there are not that many platformers for the Saturn, at least 3D platformers. So it's a fun game. I've played it a little bit on like emulator with tank controls, and it wasn't fun. But being able to play it with analog is actually pretty enjoyable. Next up, this one's technically not a new game because I had it before. But it's Street Fighter 3 Third Strike for the Dreamcast. My old copy, unfortunately, had disc rot or scratch disc or something. I don't know what the problem was. There were a couple scratches, but none that seemed like too out of the ordinary, but it would just not play no matter what I did. It would get maybe to the menu or the character select screen, but I've never gotten into the actual game with it. I've tried it on multiple Dreamcasts, so it's not my laser going out. This one, I just bought the loose disc because I already had the case. There's no reason to. And it plays perfectly. So it must be just a one-off problem with that disc. But one of my favorite fighting games of all time. Whole lot of fun. I have it on the collection for the OG Xbox. Sometimes I just pop it on and play it to kill some time because it's just fun to play. So now I want to get the fight stick with like the green buttons and everything. So I think that one's super cool. Finally have a working copy of this. I also got this here, which is a GameCube preview disc. Has just a bunch of demos. I don't know how many of these are out there, but this one had some good games. So had Sonic Adventure, Director's Cut, Beautiful Joe, Billy Hatcher, Splinter Cell. I think it had some other stuff. It had WarioWare Inc. for the GBA, Dr. Mario, like just all bangers. Soul Calibur 2. Like, it's crazy. And then there's trailers for all these games. You got F-Zero, Wind Waker, Star Wars Rebel Strike, and then some sports games. But like all just straight bangers. So I just saw this. I'm like, I have to get this. Especially because I bought it with a bunch of games, so the guy at the pawn shop discounted it. It was only $10. So I'm obviously going to get that. Now, do I own all of those games already? Yeah, but now I can play the demos and see if there's anything different about them. So that was my last game that I got. I did get a console here that the guy at the pawn shop talked me into, but I would have probably bought it anyway. But that is the Lime Green DS Lite. Unfortunately, missing the little cover there and the matching stylus, but I could always find one of those later. But overall, as far as like the screens and everything, pretty good condition. It didn't seem too yellowed or anything when I looked at it. They were actually pretty nice. And it works and everything perfectly fine. So it's just a color I didn't have yet. I always pick up like the cool special colors whenever I find them. So like I have all of the Game Boy colors from like the actual color logo. I want to get all of the pockets, the DMGs. I just like collecting variants and stuff. So when I saw this, I'm like, yeah, I'm probably going to end up with this anyway if I don't get it here. So why not? And that's it for technically game related stuff. Everything else here is a little bit more game adjacent, I guess, but it's still cool stuff. So this one's really interesting and was just a random eBay find. That is Colors the Mixtape, produced by Gizmondo. So if you guys don't know what the Gizmondo is, it's this goofy little handheld console. I've had one for a while. I just haven't had like any software for it to actually play on a video. So I haven't made a video yet, but it's just this little goofy, ugly little handheld that plays some kind of mediocre games. But it's one of the biggest failures in video game history. It was supposed to have a game called Colors, which was kind of like a GTA styled thing, and apparently this is a soundtrack for it. It was given away to people at, I believe, E3 or some other tech show like that. Completely sealed. Can you believe nobody wanted to hear the Colors soundtrack? Shocker. But yeah, on here it's just got some... I've tried looking these songs up. Not a single one comes up. The only stuff that comes up is the bonus tracks. So yeah, this is probably out here somewhere. It might be on like iTunes or something. I've tried looking on YouTube. I tried looking on Spotify. I tried just doing a Google search. Couldn't find anything about these. So, although I did post about it in the Gizmondo Facebook page because that's really the only group of owners for that thing. And apparently somebody posted the whole soundtrack on YouTube. So I'll probably throw a link for it up here if you guys want to give it a listen. It's all right. It's not anything to write home about, but for a Gizmondo game, it's probably got the best soundtrack. Not really a high bar. Next up, this one here is really goofy. You guys will have to kind of bear with me. I just thought it was funny. So this is not a Sega Saturn. As you can see, it's in a Saturn-themed box, but it is the Activio CD10. It's this little thing. It probably doesn't have any charge. We'll see. I messed around with it a little bit. Look at this. Very weirdly shaped with a kind of uncomfortably small screen. But this right here is an MP3 player, basically. It's more geared towards like audio files, and it plays like FLAC files, and it can stream from Tidal and some other stuff like that. It has a built-in DAC, which is actually pretty good. Like I have some Beyerdynamic headphones. I've hooked it up to this and played music through it. It doesn't sound bad, but yeah, at some point they did a partnership with Sega to release one that's kind of Saturn themed, which is very weird because this thing's like 5 years old, and it's strange that they did a Saturn collab in like the late 2010s. I don't think I have anything on here. It does have a spot for an SD card, so you could just throw songs on it. It also does have some internal storage, but yeah. I think I just streamed from my phone, basically, because you can use a device link to access files from other platforms, basically. Pretty neat. I tried getting Spotify on here. I've seen people do it, but I think you have to have a really old version of the application. So if I pull it up here, I'm pretty sure it just takes me to the login screen or does nothing, which sucks because having a little portable Spotify thing with good sound quality would actually be kind of neat. I've tried. None of these actually connect to anything. It just crashes out. I only got it because it's Saturn themed, but yeah, I maybe I'll get some use out of it. I don't know. At the very least, it is a really nice box. And that's cool enough to just throw with some of my other Sega stuff, because the box, they did kind of recreate that style and everything of the Saturn box super well. That's pretty much it for gaming stuff. There's one other thing that I'll show off. It really has nothing to do with video games at all. It's just, I got such a crazy deal on it that I have to just talk about it because it's insane. I was looking on the Best Buy website, and just seeing if there's anything good on there. You know, sometimes they'll just throw something out open box and it's a crazy deal. So just filtered by open box, sorted from low to high, and I just wanted to see what was on there. And at a store like half an hour away from me, there was this Mac Mini for $200, which is crazy. Obviously, this is an older model. This is the 2023 model of it, so it's not the most up-to-date. It has the M2 chip in it, I believe, and it's also not like a super high-spec machine. But still, $200. It's an open box, so it's got a couple little scuffs, but it really is not bad. And I tried it. This thing can, like, I wouldn't game on it, but it can. It also, I tried editing one of my videos on it, the one on the Super Famicom box. That was edited on here, and this thing cost me $200. It's crazy. It could do 4K footage. So that kind of blew me away. I was not expecting that out of this. I mainly got it just because I have some other like weird hardware and things like that like require Mac OS. Plus, honestly, I don't like Windows. I use Linux on my main machine most of the time, but I have some software that I need to use Windows for. And if I could just use this for all of that, then I could ditch it completely, and that would be awesome. So that's the plan. Nothing crazy. I think it's like the 8 gig 256 model, but I could just plug in a terabyte external SSD. And like I said, I'm not playing games on it. I'm not doing anything crazy. 8 gig of RAM is probably all I need. But yeah, this was just kind of insane. So if you're looking for one of these, check your local Best Buy. You might be surprised at what you can find. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm getting really close to having the room finally done for the setup tour. So I'm not sure when that's going to be. I'm waiting on one thing to come in from Amazon, and then I'm pretty much done. So maybe a month or two when I actually have everything cleaned up and put in place and whatever else. Because that thing is shipping from China, so I'm not going to have it till the end of next month. But if you guys are excited to see that, make sure to subscribe so you get notified when it gets uploaded. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and comment. Always helps me out a lot. And yeah, guess I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.